Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. You probably have seen your social media feeds buzzing about the new documentary, The Social Dilemma. It's now streaming on Netflix, and I want to talk about it as there's a reason why so many people are alarmed. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Think about how often you are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google, or other apps to quickly pass the time. Before you know it, you're down a rabbit hole of negativity, shocking news, and ads targeting something that you randomly just Googled recently. Now you're angry because you realize it was all a waste of time. The Social Dilemma is here to not only alarm you, but hopefully change your habits. Director Jeff Orlowski has gathered former employees of these big tech companies to give their insider perspective of what goes on inside the walls of Silicon Valley. Their vibe could be described as outsiders now looking back in with a clear conscience, much like cult members are once they're able to escape. One of the main subjects is Tristan Ellis, who is a former Google engineer who struggles with the ethics of the industry. He now leads dialogues about humane technology. He's fascinating to listen to as he really lays it all out so distinctly and easy to grasp as to what happens to us during our endless scrolling and how that drives these companies. One of the main realities that they all point out is the notion that if you're not paying for the product, then you're the product. These social media apps staying in business based on the targeted ads and revenue coming in as other businesses use them to target all of us, thus changing who we are and how we think. It's a timely documentary, knowing how much of this includes coverage and discussion of the coronavirus and how information regarding a pandemic spread so fast before it could be controlled. We've all seen the viral videos, the threads, and the memes that were spread, much of which were fake news. The Social Dilemma breaks down how all of that happens, given how algorithms are built within each of these apps. There have been countless examples of this, and we see how this comes into play with not only the 2016 election, but also the 2020 election. Thus, it then ultimately undermines our democracy and our freedom. On a humane level, the interviewees remind us that the evolution of technology has grown faster than the evolution of our brain and how our brain operates. Thus, we give it the power to tell us how to feel based on the number of likes, comments, or retweets we get on all of our own posts. This has affected the Gen Z demographic the worst, as that's the generation who is growing up with social media at every turn. Now, the glaring mishap with The Social Dilemma is its B storyline involving a dramatized story of a teen played by Skyler Gisondo and the control social media has over him. Vincent Kartheiser from Mad Men humanizes what is happening inside these apps, playing three people at a control desk controlling how to take advantage of this kid's life. It's odd to have a documentary that's only 90 minutes utilize so much of a fictionalized story to get its point across. It's scary to think about how many people are manipulated by social media. And while I was generally aware of how all of it works and the power that it has over me, this documentary was a reminder of the steps that I can take to better the usage for my own physical safety and my own mental health. Hopefully, others will take away some glaring realities. I'm giving The Social Dilemma 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. Got some other movie reviews, some interviews, as well as my appearances on Twin Cities Live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. If you've seen this documentary, I'd love to hear from you. Let's keep it positive. And don't forget to go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of The Social Dilemma. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.